Well, this is looking promising.
Promising for you. As you all know, I'm not a huge fan of Spam, nor am I a huge fan of kimchi, but the rest of the family really enjoys it. So that is what we're making today, Spam and kimchi fried rice. Hey everyone, I'm Flo, Dude is behind the camera, and we are in week 4 of self-isolation. We are still doing some pantry cooking as it comes to the end of the week, and we hope that you will find this video helpful. We are here to help you make life simple, ordinary, and joyful through simple cooking and simple faith. Let's get started. Kimchi and Spam fried rice should be pretty simple to make if you have some leftover rice, and all you need fresh are some eggs, onion, garlic, and cilantro. Oh, and green onions if you have, but I'm out. I'm gonna start by chopping up my onion, and I have almost a large onion. I used the other part for something or other. The thing about fried rice is to get all your ingredients ready to go. So I'm just going to move this onion into a bowl. Oh, that's a lot of onion.
It is.
And the Spam. I realize that not everywhere calls luncheon meat in a can Spam. It's like Dude was mentioning that he actually didn't grow up on Spam. How come it's not coming out?
You gotta just let gravity do its thing.
But you need to get air in there to
Yeah, that's what it does. Squeeze on the sides, girl.
Oh, here it goes. So Dude was saying that he actually didn't grow up on the Spam brand, but there's another brand that's quite popular called Tulip. And I remember when I was young and my family owned a grocery store that we also carried the Tulip brand. I don't really remember Spam either. I'm gonna cut it up into 1/2-inch cubes. You can cut them up smaller or bigger, however you want. There's no rule. Okay, we're also gonna remove this from the chopping board and put it in a bowl. Look at how much there is in that little can. That's a lot of meat. Okay, with the kimchi, we have this freshly made kimchi from the Korean market, and there's about a cup in here. What I'm gonna do is squeeze out as much juice as I can and chop up the rest. So kimchi is essentially, I think like Napa cabbage or some sort of cabbage. And sometimes they use turnip or even green onions in it. And we're saving this juice because we're gonna use it as the sauce that goes into the fried rice. So don't do this over a sink because you're gonna want the juice. Right, so we're saving this juice for the fried rice, and we're just gonna roughly chop this up. No special way, just into smaller pieces so that you can eat it easily. Oh, there's some green onions in here too. Okay, and again, you're just gonna put this in a little bowl. And we have 1/2 bunch of cilantro that I'm gonna chop up. And I just use the top part of the cilantro where the tender stems are and the leaves, and then I get rid of the bottoms. I'm using 3 eggs, and I'm just going to lightly beat them. All right, I'm using a wok today, but if you don't have a wok, you can just use a frying pan. And we're gonna heat this up first before adding our oil so that when we do our eggs first, it won't stick. Okay, adding a tablespoon of oil. Okay, and then remove it, put it back in the same bowl. Adding another tablespoon of oil. And we're gonna add our onions. And cook this for about 2 to 3 minutes. If you're using green onions, separate the white part with the dark green part, and you would add the white part in with this onion at this time. Okay, I'm gonna add my garlic just directly in. Cook this for another 30 seconds. What I love about using the wok is that it gives that smoky wok flavor. We're gonna add our Spam.
That smells amazing.
So you want the Spam to crisp up a little bit. It's like, do you see that piece there?
Yep.
That will give you some crispies on the Spam, which I'm sure you will enjoy.
I will enjoy.
You just want to be stirring on occasion because you want the Spam to crisp up a little bit by just leaving it to do that. So if you move it around too much, it might not crisp up as much. So you just leave it for, 30 seconds or a minute, and then it'll give the Spam a chance to crisp up. I have 2 to 3 cups of day-old rice, and you want it to be cold and day-old because otherwise you're going to end up with a kind of a soggy fried rice, which is not great texture-wise, but this gives a chance for the rice to absorb all the flavors. You just want to break it up, let it heat through. It's kind of like using day-old bread to make French toast or stuffing. You want it to be able to absorb all the flavors of the other things that you're adding to it. Okay, adding the kimchi. I just want to heat this through for just another minute or so. Like, even though I'm not a fan of Spam or kimchi, I have to say it smells really good.
Could you be a convert?
I don't know, maybe. The eggs are going back in. Just cut it up a little bit. Kimchi juice going back in. A teaspoon of soy sauce. Teaspoon of sesame oil. The cilantro. And the green parts of the green onion if you're using. And now I'm turning off the heat. Give it a good stir. And that's it. Are you all ready for
The taste. Guys, I don't know if you're feeling the same way, but I'm feeling like the days are blending into one another. Sometimes I don't even know what day of the week it is. I don't know how many days it's been, but I hope you're all well. Happy Easter to everyone. And this looks fantastic. It smells fantastic with Spam crispified on the edges with some kimchi. There's a lot of flavor. The aroma, a lot of flavor going on here, I bet. But if you want additional flavor, there is, you can add gochujang sauce. We picked this up at Costco. But I'm probably gonna forego that because I think there's a lot of flavor, a lot of intense flavors going on here. There goes nothing. That extra time that you spent browning the Spam and the onion, it's really nice. And the sauce, the additional sauce from the kimchi just kind of permeates through everything. There's a lot of flavors incorporated into the entire dish. In my humble opinion, I am a Joe, that the Spam and the kimchi just takes it to another level. A lot of textures as well. So the egg maintains its fluffiness. It's kind of like what I would imagine if a food truck had this dish for street food. This would be a big seller because it's nicely filling, tons of flavor, nice textures. Dude, you gotta try some.
All right, thanks, dude. I had a Korean friend who told me that Spam was a luxury item in Korea back in the day because it came during wartime and only the rich could afford it. But now here in North America, she says, oh, Spam's so cheap. And I'm like, it's not cheap, but maybe in comparison, it is. If you don't like Spam, you can always substitute it with bacon and kimchi fried rice as well. So experiment. Use what you like. Don't use what you don't. Hope you guys are all keeping safe and healthy out there. Happy Easter to everyone. And again, be kind, love your neighbors. Check out my other pantry recipes, and I will see you over there.